One question we've battled with ever since we launched the show is this: are we a health show or are we lifestyle? Are we fitness or just fluff? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is actually quite simple. Health and fitness is the lifestyle we sell. Welcome to the show which believes that fit is the new rich. Welcome to the Men's Health and Women's Health Show. On the show today, a war hero who lost an arm and a leg but became Mr. Men's Health. The women's health runners take on the Delhi Half Marathon. And aerial yoga, how to stretch your body and your imagination. First up is a story of inspiration that can be rivaled by few others. Noah Galloway is Men's Health International's cover guy this month, despite the fact that he doesn't have one arm and one leg. He's also a doting father, an avid runner, and he's six-pack fit. Moral of the story, if he can, you can too.
I was fighting some bad guys.
And how did you break your leg?
Same thing. He looks into me.
He was out.
I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. To my boys, it's no big deal. Dad's missing an arm and a leg. All right. Not impressed by anything I do. I can go run a race, climb a mountain. They don't care. My little girl will constantly ask the question about my arm and my leg.
What's on your nose right here?
That's actually metal.
Metal?
Yep.
There's a lot of military history in my family, and I didn't want anything to do with any of it. September 11th happened, and I was 20 years old. I was physically fit, and I just saw it as something that I needed to do because of my age, and I was capable. You know, we rode in helicopters, flying over empty desert land, landing in. When I was injured was December 19th of 2005. The area we were in was an area known as the Triangle of Death. My platoon leader woke me up and said, hey, we're going to take these Humvees to go pick up. Just wanted to let you know we're leaving. I got up and I said, no, sir, you go, I go, and I'm driving the lead vehicle. We drove headlights off, night vision goggles on. What I didn't see was a tripwire that was stretched across the road. When my front tires hit it, it detonated a roadside bomb. It threw this 9,000-pound armored Humvee flying through the air and landed in a canal running adjacent to the road. When I woke up, I didn't know where I was, what had happened. Once the information set in, it was horrible on me. I thought more than a few times that it had been better if I'd have just died. I'd have been looked at like a hero, but instead here I am. I've had 2 of my limbs taken from me. I would drink every day, but then I'd go out in public and I was fine. But there was this other side of me that I was just really hiding. I kept it from being something that was visible in front of the kids, but I didn't have a close relationship with them. They didn't have the father that was close to them that children need. And I finally decided that this has got to stop. You know, something's got to give. I decided to join a gym. You know, after a couple of weeks, started feeling better, changed my diet and how I was eating. I felt like I was back to the Noah I was before I was injured. Everything in my life started to improve. You know, I felt better. I could see it in the reaction of my children.
Looking at the stars, looking at the stars through the trees.
I do know the difference of going from living a life of being miserable and out of shape, and how that can turn around completely just by being healthier. Being a personal trainer and being injured, I take people's excuses away. You know, whatever it is that you tell me that you can't do, I'm like, we can find something to get it done. I've had nothing but people help me. The least I can do is try to help anyone I can that's in need around me.
There's a half marathon I hold close to my heart, and this year I'm even more excited. The reason? I've run the 21-kilometer run 4 years in a row. And this year, Women's Health has put together a team of gritty, glamorous girls to run the run. Here's a look at the very pretty picture.
Almost 10 weeks of training. Sessions on yoga, Pilates, nutrition and everything related to fitness. 34 women and a single mission to run the Airtel Delhi Half Marathon.
Right from the beginning till today date, they improved drastically. They started around 100-meter walk when we start this group. Today they complete more than 1 kilometer in a one stretch go.
Running is an activity that women are hesitant to take up. It seems like something men do. It seems like something PT Usha does or runners do. It's not women like us who can take up running. We walk, we do yoga. Maybe we go to the gym, but running is a tall order. So we wanted to break that.
Basically, it's very good for your body and mind.
I wasn't such a serious runner or anything of that sort, but I train very regularly and I do yoga very regularly. So I said, yeah, this is a good thing.
With just a week left for the big day, the Minutes to Miles program of prevention and women's health team has reached crescendo. Overcoming various difficulties, from battling hectic work schedules to health problems, they've all come a long way, and it's a great high for them. And these women are all set to make their mark.
Many of us who are doing the 21 are actually out of the house at 4 o'clock in the morning and running on the roads.
My stamina had dropped completely. So after I joined this program, I have again regained all my stamina.
Cross training, some good circuit training based on strengthening of your weak and strong muscle, you can say. So especially the core, the midsection, which is the primary site of energy. Conditioning exercise to strengthen up your knees and the legs muscle, which is the primary muscle for running. Some exercise combination like ladders, hurdles and speed and agility workout. So it's a combination of total fitness exercise routine.
When you power up physically, your mind opens up and you start feeling that you're invincible. You can do anything.
Because you come outdoors and we train, of course, in this beautiful garden. And then now we run outdoors, so it's very nice. It's a challenge.
It is our space as much as it's anybody else's, and we shouldn't shy away from claiming it. The more women that come out, be it running, be it public transport, the more other women will be encouraged to use and access these spaces.
Awesome! Come on, doing awesome! Great position! 3 more, 4 more.
So in the last lap of preparations, here are some quick tips.
You have to wear appropriate shoes.
Whenever I'm running, I always have a banana in the morning because it really fuels the body and gives you that extra stamina.
We are doing it together. We feel safe. We feel powerful. We are very, very excited. It's almost there. The days are coming up and we're all set.
Continuing the marathon spirit is the story of an investment banker who took to running to get fit. The catch? He parties as hard as he runs. Here's how.
Five days a week. This is how 31-year-old Rizwan Bachaw's day starts. Every morning is just the same for him. He goes through his daily morning drill, gulping down breakfast, putting on his sharpest formals, driving 20 kilometers to his job as an investment banker. It's the same Rizwan Bachaw on a Saturday morning. he's rushing again. Only this time, he's trying to decide which of his 7 pairs of running shoes he should pick from for his weekend run. He runs thrice a week, an average of 30 to 35 kilometers.
Running is something I'm really addicted to, so I take up my runs frequently during the week. You would see me running on the streets in the morning. You can say it's a sort of a meditation, you know. You are spending that 1 hour with yourself, just running on the road without thinking about anything else. You're talking to yourself, you're thinking about stuff, you know, you're observing people, you're observing the nature.
Monday, Rizwan is back to being a corporate slave. He's also a party animal at night, more than a few nights a week. But on weekends, he's running obsessed.
In the last 2 years, I've done around 7 marathons so far. So starting at Mumbai, then my first cross-country marathon, I would say an international marathon, was Amsterdam. So I do have to sacrifice my weekend parties at times, you know, because I have to go for a run in the morning. So running is something which came to me very recently, I would say. It started around 2 years back. It's sort of a different sense of achievement, you know, when you complete a run along with 13,000 other runners, and you know, it's a different high altogether.
For Rizwan, running is not just about keeping fit. It means a lot more.
The way you connect with people when you're running, you might not know them, they're complete strangers, but you just smile at a person who's running with you, you start talking as if, you know, you've known them for ages. We have a group already now, and you know, we travel together for our runs and marathons, etc. We also usually chill after our runs. It's not only about running, but we also connect together after our runs, you know, for a dinner or for a lunch or for a party or something.
And if you out there are motivated enough to take up running, here's a quick piece of advice.
You always run for yourself, you know, you don't run to achieve something great. Bettering your time is a good thing, but it has to be done methodically.
From perceiving yoga as an old man's form of exercise to becoming a follower myself, I've come a long way. Up next is a story on aerial yoga that will stretch your body and your imagination.
Hi, I'm here to try a new form of workout. It's a twist on traditional yoga, and from what I've heard, chances of levitating are quite high. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Kiran Sahni. I'm the founder of Fitness Solution. My tryst with yoga and other forms of fitness started about 20 years back. Aerial yoga is recent. It's been introduced about a year back. The cloth hanging behind me, it's a piece of a silk hanging from a carabiner which is used by the mountaineers. And here you basically do the climbing part, pulling yourself upward. Unlike doing some mat work, it's fun, it's challenging, it's exhilarating experience to be able to climb up, to fly, to be able to balance. Because for women, we do not do upper body training like pull-ups or push-ups, and this focuses more on the upper body and core training. So now, let's start with the warm-up exercises. The first one we are doing is squats with the pull-ups. In squats, what you're utilizing is your thighs, quadricep muscles, as well as for your pull-ups, upper body muscles. The second one is spinal rotations. That's for your back, so that your spine and the back is warmed up. And these exercises help you to go further. Now I'm going to up the difficulty level, and now what we are going to do is tie a knot. Take this fabric in both your hands, roll it around your arms. The hands first go upward and then from down below grab the fabric, pull the fabric from inside and tie this knot firmly. Make sure it's strong and firm because you're going to stand on top of this. Tree pose. Keep your left leg on top of the right. You can take the arms up. You're standing in a tree pose on the aerial silk. This is the first way, the way you balance yourself. From standing position, you can sit down on the knot, and now you can go into a straddle position, which is an inverted position. You can hold yourself there. It's good for the lower back stretch. It's like a halasana, inverted. Stay in the straddle position, and after that, roll yourself up carefully, and you can just come up.
So this was lots of fun, although every muscle in my body is hurting, but it felt as if I was defying gravity. If you're bored with your regular workout, you should definitely give this a try.
Next up is our restaurant spy who went over for coffee and conversation and ended up binging on snacks instead. Here's a story in self-control.
When it comes to catching up with friends or an office meeting, the answer is always coffee. But do we really think before we eat? I'm at Cafe Coffee Day today, and we're going to spy on fitness and nutrition expert Neeraj Mehta, who will be here soon. Let's see if snacking can actually be healthy.
Hello, good afternoon. I would like to order some coffees and snacks for me. Kapini Prana, 1 choco frappe, 1 egg wrap, 1 double cheese wrap. Give me 1 spinach and corn cheese and 1 tandoori paneer. Okay, choco frappe and Kapini Prana. Choco frappe has pre-mixed flavor, bland flavor, which is very less of fat and sugar and less of sodium. It has just 10 ml of chocolate in it, which promotes your heart health. If you talk about this, it has 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream. It has 3/4 cup of milk in it. So in comparison, a lot of calories in it. So I prefer this. I also have a paneer sandwich, tandoori paneer sandwich, and spinach and corn sandwich. So this has whole wheat bread, this has plain bread. In this whole wheat bread is much more easily absorbable because it has more fiber in it. If you talk about, it has spinach and corn in it. So because of spinach and corn, you can easily add on multivitamins to your diet, and it has paneer in it. With the paneer, you definitely can get more protein, but in comparison, it has more 80 calories more. So today I have these 2 light meals also, and one is called egg wrap, one is double cheese wrap. Both have made up of same flour, but because of the egg content in it, it becomes much more healthier option as a pre-workout meal, and it has a lot of cheese in it, mayonnaise in it and soya sauce. Because of that, it has more of calories, and it can create a lot of water retention problem because of the sodium content in it.
I've got my snacking tips and I'm sure you have too. Catch you next week for another restaurant spy.
That, ladies and gents, brings us to the end of yet another episode. Until next week, stay happy, be fit, and remember, we're not happy with your fit, not until you're at your fittest.
I was fighting some bad guys.
And how did you break your leg?
Same thing.
The coach
He looks into me.
He was out.
I have 3.
One question we've battled with ever since we launched the show is this: are we a health show or are we lifestyle? Are we fitness or just fluff? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is actually quite simple. Health and fitness is the lifestyle we sell. Welcome to the show which believes that fit is the new rich. Welcome to the Men's Health and Women's Health Show. On the show today, a war hero who lost an arm and a leg but became Mr. Men's Health. The women's health runners take on the Delhi Half Marathon.
Kids, 2 boys and a girl. To my boys, it's no big deal. Dad's missing an arm and a leg. All right. Not impressed by anything I do. I can go run a race, climb a mountain. They don't care. My little girl will constantly ask the question about my arm and my leg.
What's on your nose right here?
That's actually metal.
Metal.
Yep.
There's a lot of military history in my family, and I didn't want anything to do with any of it. September 11th happened, and I was 20 years old. I was physically fit.
And aerial yoga, how to stretch your body and your imagination. First up is a story of inspiration that can be rivaled by few others. Noah Galloway is Men's Health International's cover guy this month, despite the fact that he doesn't have one arm and one leg. He's also a doting father, an avid runner, and he's six-pack fit. Moral of the story, if he can, you can too.
And I just saw it as something that I needed to do because of my age, and I was capable. You know, we rode in helicopters, flying over empty desert land, landing in. When I was injured was December 19th of 2005. The area we were in was an area known as the Triangle of Death. My platoon leader woke me up and said, hey, we're going to take these Humvees to go pick up. Just wanted to let you know we're leaving. I got up and I said, no, sir, you go, I go, and I'm driving the lead vehicle. We drove headlights off, night vision goggles on. What I didn't see was a triple